Eccoci, ce l'abbiamo fatta. Allora, bonjour. Ma scusate, non mi è stato dato... Non mi ha dato il Velkin, perché? What? Vabbè, boh. Grazie Steve, bentornato. Boh, non ho capito, sinceramente. Qualcuno è entrato col mio account? Non credo, boh, non lo so. Vabbè, non importa. Allora, direi che sblocchiamo subito la missione e ce la andiamo a
Salve
giocare.
popolo.
Anzi, prima diamo un'occhiata al... Situazione qui. 1 e 2. 3. Bruttissimo tra l'altro la sua arma. Non si può dire manco quella che è brutta. Fatemi vedere. Supervisione. Marea di sangue dorato. Madonna. L'attacco aumenta del 16%. Quando la quantità di PS attuali aumenta o diminuisce, i danni d'attacco normale del 16% e 14%. Massimo 3 accumuli. Quando il personaggio con equipaggia l'arma raggiunge il massimo numero di accumuli, la sua velocità d'attacco aumenta dell'8%. Paradossalmente, se non fosse sotto clausola di questo, in realtà Wanderer ci poteva stare, ma non è assolutamente il caso, considerando che lo giochiamo scudato. 20, sì, ha senso, ci potrebbe anche stare. Fa ridere che oramai stanno mettendo un arco una volta, quindi immagino Raiden nel prossimo ciclo. E lì qualcuno dovrà buttare dei soldi, probabilmente. E proviamolo intanto, perché non provarlo? Sarebbe come averlo pullato dopo tutto. Quindi andiamo qui. Questo ce lo facciamo subito, lo visualizzo lo sblocco ora qui con voi. Presa. Ritorna nella schermata per giocare veramente con War Turtle. Dice: le emozioni impulsive annegano la ragione e le scelte sbagliate portano sulla cattiva strada. E in questa moltitudine di intrecci complessi che si crea il peccato. Essere gettati nelle profondità delle acque viene visto come una punizione, ma agli occhi di colui che dirige forte Meropid, avete detto che si legge, è l'opportunità perfetta per far riflettere sul passato, Nessuno può donare la salvezza, si può solo diventare maestri delle maree della propria sorte. Molto bene. E qua ci danno pure 3 scarafaggi gratis che non schifiamo. Emissario di colpe silenti. War Turtle. Tiè, guardalo qui. Il duca di Forte Meropide, misterioso signore delle torbide profondità. Costellazione, sarebbe da vedere. Talenti, attacco normale, assalto della zanna di ghiaccio. Grazie Samuele, grazie per i 12, grazie mille. Peso. Assalto della zanna di ghiaccio. Danno da pugno d'espulsore potenziato, danno d'attacco normale, costi in PS. Ok, ma su cosa scala? Convoglia il suggero del punto. Ok. Pugni espulsori. 5 attacchi rapidi che infliggono danno da crio. Anche dopo aver utilizzato un assalto alla zanna di ghiaccio o uno scatto, la combo di attacchi normali non si azzera per alcuni istanti. Avete capito? Consuma una data quantità di vigore per eseguire un balzo e sferrare un pugno guizzante, infliggendo danni ad area. Attacca scagliandosi contro il suolo, chiaro, quando sei impicchiata sicuramente farà un'area crio all'impatto. Abbiamo capito. Attivando i suoi guantoni da pugile, War Turtle sferra un diretto di ghiaccio condensato, dopodiché usa un impatto glaciale per infliggere più iterazioni di danno da crio ad area di fronte a sé. Arché. Usia. Quando l'effetto dell'impatto glaciale termina, una lama nascente precipita nella posizione dell'avversario, infliggendo una crio di polarità Usia. Ci sono cose su cui perfino il duca di Forte Meropid non ha alcun controllo, le scartoffie complicate per esempio, le frivolezze di un supervisore, oppure i bambini che incollano sui guantoni da pugile una sfilza di adesivi bellissimi da vedere ma difficili da rimuovere. È un patato. Andiamo. Proviamo un po'. Allora, tutti gli attacchi normali e caricati di War Turtle infliggono danni da crio. Grazie mille scimmia, grazie. La sua abilità elementale potenzia gli attacchi normali, causandogli allo stesso tempo una perdita di PS. Ah, raga, sta mezzo avvelenato. Quando i PS di War Turtle sono relativamente bassi, mi piace molto questa cosa perché è proprio specifica.
Vera
Cioè.
Poc Gardevoir.
veramente uscito direttamente da una facoltà umanistica questo modo di esprimersi. I suoi attacchi caricati si potenziano, permettendo di recuperare PS a ogni colpo andato a segno. Ok, il suo tripudio elementale, ok. Durante la sfida dell'evento di prova ci avrà un botto di sfere, ricordati che è probabilmente più OP di quello che ti sembra. A parte che già il fatto che abbia questo modo di incedere con questo cappotto che se lo tiene sulle spalle stile ammiragli di One Piece, è molto figo. Pure il cravattino è molto figo, guardate, ha la fisica. Tra l'altro ha il sotto che assomiglia molto a Child. Chissà che anche qui non riusciamo a beccare la... Bisognerebbe fare il trucco con Serp che ce l'ha della... Insomma, vedere la dimensione dell'oscillazione potenziale. Andiamo, va. Ma non è male. Sono messo sotto, scusami. Colpa mia. Buono, sono veramente fottuto quasi. Alla grande così. Perché va? E quello lo Spaduken che ha rilasciato? Ok.
Not bad. Out of the frying pan. Everybody stand back. Animal test 6. Don't break my glasses. A moment, please.
19.000? Peso. È carino, c'ho già Yaga, quindi non mi serve. Vuoi vedere il pacco? Volevo vedere... volevo testare quella roba lì. Allora. Riscatta. Sono sempre curioso di quell'aspetto lì. Poi... Oh. Quanto è utile per l'esplorazione sta ciaffo? No, zio.
Come a little closer. Surrender and I'll be gentle.
Ops. Switchiamo male i PG.
Time for takeoff.
Il più forte, comunque.
Let's spark things up.
Chissà perché mi ha lasciato solo 2 PG, ma va bene. Figo, figo, lui è sempre figo. Ok. Va bene, andiamo a fare la missione. Direi. Aspettate, vediamo questo. Non ci va. Ah, lui ha bisogno della Sicilia per livellarsi? Ah, pesissima. E la bava di Melmoso, che ne abbiamo veramente in abbondanza. I 3 personaggi qui sono fortemente sconsigliabili, secondo me, però... Cioè, nel senso, non sarete così contenti di beccare quei 4 stelle, immagino, quando state pullando da quelle parti, purtroppo. Allora, M. Come la becchiamo la missione? Credo facendo così. Facendo così. Qua mo bisogna cercare. E potrebbe non essere facile, ma credo che opportunità di rinascita sia la cosa tecnicamente che dobbiamo seguire. Opportunità di rinascita dove poi sono arrivati ai dormitori di Forte Meropid. Speravamo di non andarci più, diciamoci la verità, però va bene. Non trovare Dori è tanta roba, eh. Quella sì che è una bella dose di culo, Serpo, sì. È buono. Ti sei levato un bel peso dalle spalle, mamma mia. Allora, eccoci qui. Oh. Ma col senno di poi... Paimon apprezza la galera.
You've got a set schedule, guaranteed food and board, and you can even buy all kinds of stuff with credit coupons. It's really no surprise that many people don't even want to leave. Oh, you mean Risley? He's definitely a pretty impressive leader. Well, he does look kind of intimidating. He's actually pretty easy to talk to once you've had a conversation. Paimon wonders how he's like with the people here. Do they also get the same guy we do?
Ma saranno cazzi suoi?
Harsher with the back. Yeah, he must be doing something right to maintain order here, while not making...
Excuse me, did I hear someone there? Could you please do me a favor?
Huh? Paimon could have sworn she
faccia.
just heard something.
Excuse me, is someone passing by? Could you do me a favor?
È stato chiuso nella lanterna?
Nope, Paimon wasn't dreaming. There's someone over there for sure. But Paimon doesn't see anyone.
Oh, did you hear my call? Thank you so
Sì, è stato messo nella cassa, povero Cristo.
You're inside the box?
Sei dentro?
No wonder, Paimon. Why are you hiding in here anyway? If we hadn't happened to pass
Ma
by, you could
povera.
have been stuck for days.
It's a bit complicated. Can we not talk about that for now?
Whoa, that's terrible. Did someone seriously do that to you?
No, it was nothing quite that serious. I'd just like some help finding my hat.
Fai Solle si chiama?
Just your hat? But then, wait, Paimon gets it. Something must have happened to your hair. Sorry. So that's what happened. You just need your hat, right? We'll get it back to you right away. What kind of hat? What?
I think you may have misunderstood me, but it's a soft and brown hat with a... I think I probably lost it near the entrance elevator. It was getting a bit... It's really important to me, so...
Don't worry, we'll be...
Rinascita nella terra del rancore. Ma è veramente strano sto coso. Vabbè, vediamo dove ci porta sta missione. Questo un attimino lo dobbiamo ignorare.
See anything here? Let's go somewhere else.
Ok, vediamo. Oh.
Just where is that thing? Oh, this is taking longer than Paimon.
È finito in acqua il cappellino?
Nothing in the water either. Oh, we've looked everywhere and still not seen anything that looks like a hat. That's a good idea. Why don't we check out the rag and
Ma
bone
de-
shop? If memory serves, they've got all kinds of stuff in there. How did you know what Paimon was thinking? Oh, this is bad. Nothing gets past you nowadays. Well, either way,
Paimon voleva scroccare un pasto, ma diciamo che non siamo stati così stupidi. Ma aveva detto che era molto importante il cappello, gliene stiamo comprando una versione da rocca. Va bene, non glielo diciamo. Siamo spietati comunque. Eccoci qua, il Gran Bazar. Ciao, Weck.
Paimon doesn't remember you being the boss.
Well, I'm just standing in for Mr. Alvar while he's off restocking the Now, just wait a sec. A blonde foreigner.
Pan di zenzero volante.
By a glaze-covered flying chunk of gingerbread.
C'hai
Oh,
fame?
you must be the legendary traveler.
No. Well, you're half right.
Sorry, I never thought I'd get the chance to... I hope you find it in your magnanimous hearts to...
There's no need to put yourself...
Why, your heroic actions at Irenaeus have long made their way. We heard that you were personally received by His Grace when you made... And you're one of His Grace's favorite people, so of course... Everyone wants to be
Tra le sue
introduced to you.
siete tra le persone preferite, eh? Avete capito, raga?
Well, I'd figure you'd appreciate it. After all, I also only joined up here because I'd... And no, I've only caught scant sight of His Grace since then, as fate would have it. I mean, we've all got agendas, but rather than trying to force something to be true, it's often better to just...
Oh, so now you're trying to kiss up to us.
Well, I did mean it when I called you legends, and it is indeed an honor to meet the two of you.
Ho sempre voluto essere la sua persona preferita, esattamente.
Oh, enough of that. Is there something you're looking for?
Un cappello da
No
uomo.
problem. Anything else?
Dove stanno i cappelli da uomo? Qua sgocciola tutto.
Hey,
Come fa a
feel free
saperlo?
to check out anything you want. The credit coupon costs are on me.
Ah, grazie. Grazie a tutto gratis.
But that's, you don't have to be so nice.
Well, it's not like I'm getting paid to watch this shop. Instead of more or coupons, Mr. Alvar usually lets me just take my pick of our goods. Life's been pretty good recently, so I might as well just waive your bill. Never hurt.
All right, Paimon will take a look.
Paimon sceglie un paio di spuntini,
Are you
PD.
sure you don't want more? These opportunities...
It's all right, two will do. It just doesn't feel the same if the owner's offering everything to you for free. But anyway, we don't need to get into that right now. We can discuss Paimonology later. That poor guy must still be waiting for us.
Rigrazionologia! C'è rigrazionologia.
Thank you so much. We'll be out.
No problem, and thank
Ma abbiamo
you
comprato
for your
solo il
patronage.
cibo, non ci sta il
I'd
cappello.
appreciate it if you could put it...
That's a real sneaky way of getting good reviews.
Va bene.
We've been gone a while.
Cappello.
Who's that guy?
Posso leggerlo? Cappello. Peso, non sapevo si potessero leggere. Un cappello preso di tutto un po', sebbene non sia lo stesso di quello che non sia lo stesso di quello che è stato smarrito. Non credo che sia italiana questa frase. Sebbene non sia lo stesso di quello che è stato smarrito, dovrebbe bastare a tamponare la situazione. Ma si dice in italiano? Non so se si dice in italiano, sebbene non sia lo stesso di quello che è stato smarrito. Boh, vabbè. È come se mancasse una parola, forse il materiale voleva dire, non sia dello stesso materiale di quello che è stato smarrito. Boh, vabbè. Non mi sembra un italiano perfetto. Ma utilizziamo il teleport perché non abbiamo certo tempo da perdere. Torniamo alla cassa da morto. Tuk tok.
You did? Oh, Archon, you...
Wait, so you're not actually bald? You've got such a full head of hair.
Non era veramente pelato.
I mean, I told you that there had been... Wait, this isn't my hat.
Well, we got you a new one. We tried really hard to look for your hat, but no dice.
Ah, I see. Thank...
Does it have some kind of sentimental value?
But, sorry, I can't explain at the moment.
If you're looking for a hat, I just picked one up over here. Is it yours?
Ma tutto sto lavoro abbiamo fatto e ce l'avevi tu.
Your Grace!
Oh, hey, Risley. It's been a while.
Well, it's a slow day today, so I decided to go for a little stroll. Even if your workspace isn't cramped, it's still good to get some air.
Relativamente aria fresca, nel senso stai sempre sottoterra.
I'll say, I'm not at all surprised to find the two of you here. You never could turn down someone's request for help.
Mio Dio, che cappello orrendo.
It's what good adventurers do, after all.
Is that so? Maybe I should consider asking the Adventurers Guild to open a branch here.
Perché no?
As I recall, these hats are very important to members of the Beret Society. Best you avoid misplacing it again, You might not have the same luck next time.
Understood. Thank you so much, Your Grace.
Ciao ciao.
Then I'll be
Vattene.
off. I'll get...
What a strange guy. Why did... Oh, and has he done something wrong? When he saw you, it was as if he'd seen a...
Oh, not at all. In fact, members of the Beret Society are model prisoners. They work hard and never get into trouble. They've saved me a lot of work, in fact.
Bravi.
As for him, I'd guess he's just more of an introvert. It's not unusual for the more shy prisoners to freak out when I show up unannounced.
Huh? Shy? There are prisoners who are afraid to talk to people?
Prisoners are still people, after all. There are as many crimes and motives as there are stars in the sky. The idea of the criminal as a selfish, heartless brute is just a stereotype. Such labels could never capture the complexity of even a single individual person.
Apprezzo anche questa sorta di campagna, ma un cazzo di pluriomicida assassino, no? Cioè, voglio dire, un Totorina qua dentro, ci sarà mai capitato? No. È un mondo troppo buono.
What kind of a person a prisoner may be and why they've committed a crime? We'd never know these things if they don't share their story with us.
Ah sì?
Huh. You've got a point. Anyway, it's all good as long as it makes sense to you.
Although most of the societies here will just turn individual brawls into mass ones, the Beret Society does appear to be an exception, and it's instead trying to experiment with some novel and
Può
interesting
darsi che c'è la
things.
pena di morte, in effetti, non lo so, hai ragione.
If you have some time, why don't we grab something at the coupon cafeteria? It'll give us time to catch up, too.
Colazione con War
And if you're
Turtle.
still interested in the berets after that, I can take you to their usual...
Paimon's not the biggest fan of that cafeteria.
All right, then. Please follow me.
Colazione con War Turtle. Let's go.
The wind rises.
Eccoci qua.
Welcome, Your Grace, and the Traveler. Would you like 3 orders of today's welfare meal?
Già.
Unfortunately, we weren't informed of your visit in advance, so we didn't prepare any super deluxe welfare meals today.
Ah, ma lui è un privilegiato.
I'll pass on the food, then. What about you?
Then Paimon will also pass. Paimon will save her stomach for something better.
What a pity. It would seem that none of us can properly appreciate your skills, Walsey.
La roasted proprio bruciato vivo.
Then I must beg Your Grace to find me some more ingredients, so I can come up with some more welfare meal recipes.
Frecciatina.
If you're not in the mood to eat, I can get you some drinks. We just got some great shipments in from above.
Ok.
Yes, please? Huh. Paimon didn't know you could get non-welfare stuff at this place.
Ci sarà un po' di contrabbando.
It's not for everyone. Think of it as a special treat for Via.
Oh, now that's what Paimon likes to hear. In that case, 2 bottles of the drink for Paimon, please.
2 bottles coming right up.
Wolsey?
Our first meeting took place on short notice, and we were both swamped by everything that happened after, so there was no time for more casual chit-chat.
E adesso c'è il vero e proprio
I'm
encounter.
actually quite fond of stories, you know. Of course, the others have already told me a lot about your deeds in Fontaine, but I'd love to hear it straight from the source.
Ok.
Whoa. That'd be quite the long story.
I see. Certainly that'd fit your title as the Traveler. Seeing everything for yourself, recording everything to the best of your ability, and making lots of friends along the way. I'm sure that by the end of your journey you'll possess an unmatched amount of perspectives and opportunities.
Lui aveva la bottiglia più figa, però.
Paimon gets the sense that you're trying to flatter us.
Devi aprire la bocca per parlare, Paimon. Non so se te l'hanno mai detto.
That guy we talked to earlier was obviously trying to get us to put in a good word for him, but you're the Duke, right? Why would you need to get on our good side?
Well, after all, you did help the fortress and I maintain our autonomy.
In effetti.
Is it so strange that I would want to give a few words of praise out of genuine admiration?
Un pochetto.
So this is a matter of trust. Which is unfortunate, since I don't have nearly as interesting of a story to offer about myself.
Ma dai.
I was convicted and sent here at an early age.
Ah,
I only
yeah.
became the top dog after spending a long time figuring out its inner workings.
Ok.
Power and control come in many forms. Some fair and ethical, others less so. And since we're all sinners here, the victor calls the shots, no matter how they manage to get to the top.
Peso.
So, what do you think? Didn't put you much more at ease, now did it?
Kinda. You're really different from most of the people we've met so far.
I'm perfectly aware of that too, but even so, that doesn't make me think any less of you. I would very much like to maintain friendly relations with you two.
Anch'io.
Your Grace, after following your instructions, we were able to find a box of undeclared contraband in the latest shipment of cargo.
Ta-da!
They were extremely well hidden, and we've confirmed that the senders have been using this method to smuggle goods for a while.
Got it. Leave the box here and contact me immediately if...
Yes, Your Grace.
È carino sto NPC.
Sorry, I'd almost completely forgotten about this.
She mentioned something about contraband. Are they like dangerous goods?
Not necessarily. The term is just applied to things people want to bring in on the sly.
Saranno confetti.
Many people here are experts
M&M's
at pulling rabbits out of the most
blu.
ordinary hats. So we have to examine everything carefully. Now, what do we have here? It's more or less what I expected.
Whoa, this is certainly a box of curiosities. Mora, snacks, yarn, balls, ropes, mechanical parts, and even a gem! Wait, if you've confiscated this entire box, then does that mean all of this belongs to you now?
Yep. We can't just send them back up now, can we?
What? But that's just insane profit! Traveler, why don't you become a duke as well? Paimon will be your vault keeper!
Jokes aside, I didn't know you'd be so interested in this box. How about this then? You can pick anything you want from it. Consider it a gift from me.
Soldi, cibo, tutto.
Really? You'll let Paimon pick anything? No take-backs. Paimon will have you know that she's got a real good eye for treasure.
I never joke about things like this.
Alright, Paimon's gonna have a look. Paimon wants this one. This dark, sparkly gem. You just know it must be worth a ton of mora.
Ma che minchia è? Fuma pure.
Actually, never mind. Paimon doesn't want this gem anymore. Can Paimon pick something else instead? There's something weird about this gem. Paimon remembered a lot of bad things when she picked it up.
Attenzione.
Paimon couldn't even tune them out. It's as if the gem was just...
Is that so? Let me give it a try.
Vediamo se tu piangi.
Paimon's right. I too experienced some unpleasant flashbacks.
Un ciaddone, lui non soffre per queste cose.
Are you sure? I wouldn't exactly call it fun.
Voglio assicurarmi di sapere esattamente quello che avete visto, ma non tutti, sarà un ricordo personale, come nell'Abyss c'era sta cosa. No, nella Chasm, scusate.
Fair enough. Go ahead. I don't think it'll have a permanent effect.
Chi lo sa. Chiaro.
Are you okay, Traveler? You also saw something, right?
I'll take this gem then and run a thorough investigation on its properties.
Oh, magari è una
Paimon,
quest
feel free to
interessante
pick
invece,
something
visto?
else.
Then... Actually, never mind. Paimon's gonna...
You do have a point. In that case, we should destroy the entire box and all of its contents.
Ma dai!
Seems like we're almost done with our drinks, too. Let's go check out the Society's gathering place. I can introduce you, and we can also continue our conversation while we're at it.
Wait, are you this free every day or something?
Già.
Just noticed? I wasn't exactly busy the first time we met either.
Buono. Si fanno con una facilità ste cose. Vai al luogo di incontro della società dei berretti. Eccoci qua, era a 2 passi, PD. Ciao Junior.
We are honored by your visit, Your
Quello col
Grace.
buff che avete da quello che
All of us
tenete
at the
guardato lo porta
Society
in
have
carcere e lo
been
separa
waiting
dalla
for your
figlia. Ah, sarebbe fighissimo, sarebbe fighissimo. Peccato che non c'è stato detto di più. Oh, ma sì, può darsi. Eccolo. No, non è. Questo è il leader, non è lo stesso. Siamo onorati della sua visita. Tutti noi della società stavamo
Are
aspettando il
these
suo
your two
arrivo.
guests?
Let me introduce you to them. Traveler, this is Dugier, the head of the Beret Society. This is members can find all sorts of drinks and snacks here, as well as a large variety of books and other resources. Every once in a while, the Society will also host activities and...
You flatter me, Your Grace. All we did was set up... It's so easy to feel lonely and helpless when you
Palese sono i
arrive here for
peggiori
the first
questi.
time. But that's when the thought came to me. If we could help Thus, it was with your help that I founded the Beret Society.
La Beret Society.
Oh, so you were also involved with this, Risley?
Ah, My part in this
Ha una
was
cicatrice lì
minimal. All I did
sull'occhio.
was follow
Sì.
procedure and rubber stamp the application. I'm sure you have a very good sense of what this place is about by now. As you know, not everyone takes their sentence seriously. For some, this is just another place where they can eat, breathe, and sleep. But the society is a great place for those who wish to turn things around.
Insomma, raga, siamo veramente nei salottini di sinistra qua, eh?
Exactly right. Here we keep an eye on each other and remind each other of our goals. Everyone can focus on rehabilitating our mental states and even make many new friends. Our operations are entirely funded by members' donated goods and credit coupons. Same things you can see here.
Palese, questo è cattivissimo.
Who knew you could find such a place in the fortress and... Oh, right, and what's the...
There's nothing deep about it. I just felt like we needed... If our members felt joy and pride from being a part of this group, and when we're together, we will feel a sense of community from seeing everyone's hats. Optimism, community, hard work, and a desire for a new life. I hope this hat will show everyone everything we have been...
In other words, that hat has come to represent something like a model citizen, which also helps them recruit new members.
Once again, you are exactly right, Your Grace. That's a part of our goal as
Grazie, Yox. Forza Italia, vabbè, boh, io veramente...
I'll ask the members to
Io non vi
get some
capisco a
friends. Please,
volte,
we're here
è
just one
assurdo.
moment. Yo, feel free to look around too if you want to learn more about us.
Chiederò ai membri di portarci da bere solo un momento, nel frattempo date pure un'occhiata in giro se volete saperne di più.
Oh, right.
Forza Italia,
What
raga.
happened to your slow day, Risley?
Seems like I shouldn't
Inglesi tornati a
underestimate
casa,
an
ma di che stiamo
adventurer's keen
parlando?
sense of observation. I'll bear that in mind the next time I need to do something low-key. Kidding, of course. We're just discussing... We've also already gone over the organization's vision. Instead of listening to me try to...
Why does Paimon feel like he didn't answer the question at all? Yeah, they're supposed to be like the model...
Allora, Aucelet, Rigas e Bulmier. Dai.
Hey, you there, newbie.
Lui si è messo lì.
hello?
Yep, I'm talking to you. Now, why don't you... Ha! That's how with one shout, you can release all the fatigue, resentment, and unpleasantness from your lungs. Why don't you also give it a try, huh? Feeling shy? Just remember to take a deep breath and let it all out if...
Molto utile questa conversazione. Bulmier. Ok.
Hey, what are you doing over here?
Ma.
Oh, hello. You are guests of the Duke, are you not?
Yeah.
I'm organizing the bookshelves. Want to take a look? We've got some classics, as well as a few books that the members published themselves. Yeah, most of them are writing diaries or autobiographies on their time in the organization. Some quit drinking. Some learned to tailor. Some became real good at calligraphy. And even I've learned to use a camera. We find it kind of funny. You see, had we managed to stay above ground, none of us would have ever had the time to learn any of those skills.
Capito?
It's because you all have a lot more free time now.
Not only that, but we've also now got the mental space to think about taking on new... With how the Duke and Mr. Dugier have organized our lives down here, though. You never know what you may be good at until you give it a... And while you're here, no matter what you do, you won't get judged for it. After all, there's no need to conform to...
So this is something like...
Yeah, that's exactly right. After all, not everyone is good at fighting. And that's it. I just finished organizing this shelf as well, so feel free...
Don't worry, we will...
Quasi un modello ideale, no? Di come dovrebbe funzionare il carcere anche proprio nel mondo real. E poi manca membro della società dei berretti. No, niente. Non hanno nomi particolari. Scusatemi, eh.
The Society is planning to host another event soon. We haven't...
Ah, the one you mentioned to me before. The
Non ci sta cagando minimamente lui.
Welcome to our gathering place. Is there anything you'd like me to explain to you?
Oh, it's okay. We're just taking a look around.
Well, that's not a bad comparison. It is my job to I'm sure Mr. Dugier has already explained some of it. Besides this space, which our members use to rest and relax, these rooms are open to all of our members. We want everyone to be able to use their...
Wow, that's pretty cool. Do you have a restaurant too?
Unfortunately, we don't. For matters like that, we started a collaboration with the cafeteria a while back, though, so they'll let us...
Yeah, Paimon can definitely see how it...
Yep, and that's exactly why Mr. Dugier founded the society. We all think we made...
Va bene, abbiamo capito che è un posto di persone per bene.
We've talked to everybody. That would explain why Wriothesley only had good things to say. Huh. It looks like they're starting to wrap...
Of course, Your Grace. I will attend to those...
Okay, then I don't have anything else to add. Oh, you're back. What did you think about this place? Now, note that your opinion will also affect my review of Dugier and the Society as a whole.
Wait, I didn't know they were also a part of... it's all right with me, though. I'm pretty confident.
Paimon thinks it's pretty good.
Sembri quasi una melosina questo insulto.
Don't think anyone expected you to get a society going here of all places.
Nessuno si aspetterebbe di trovare un'organizzazione del genere in un posto come questo. Lo stesso vale per
so
me.
It seems that you were able to get a sense of our vision and value.
The prisoners here all have very different personalities. Our needs are like violent beasts. If we can't face them properly, they'll grow restless and enraged, causing pain and conflict. But if we can placate them, they lose their fangs, and they can even be converted into fuel for far nobler pursuits. Which is why, in my opinion, learning to reconcile with oneself is the first step on the path to redemption.
You've hit the nail on the head, Your Grace. Before I founded the Society, I had met too many people who could not come to terms with themselves.
Non erano
And
capaci.
I'm sure that a part of your support is rooted in your desire to help those people find their way.
Ok.
And Paimon thought everyone was enjoying life just fine, working and fighting.
E invece...
Of course, that lifestyle is more than enough for some people in the fortress.
Speaking of fighting, I'm not sure if you knew this, but even His Grace sometimes fights in the ring.
What? You fight in the ring too? Wearing those high-tech boxing gloves of yours?
Oh, I almost never need them.
Ta-ta. Ha cambiato strada, si è cagato.
The guy who lost his hat? Did you come here to relax?
Che succede?
What's wrong? Did you forget about us already?
Are you feeling all right?
No, I'm fine. Thank you for... I'm sorry.
He's still as weird as before.
Dugier, do you know what's up with him?
I'm also not too sure about that. As far as, after all, it's my responsibility as the...
We'll leave him to you then. Where were we before we got sidetracked? Oh, right, about that. You might have thought that I was joking. And when emotions run high, things often spiral out of control. That would be.
In effetti lui non ha i guantoni da combattimento adesso, ci ho fatto caso adesso.
Sometimes you might need more than just gloves as well. This pair of handcuffs has also come in handy quite a number of times.
Tutti cagati.
Oops.
Oh, isn't that awful gem? You're still carrying it with you?
Yeah, I kept it on me because of its special qualities.
Go on, you guys. Pick up the item for His Grace, would you?
No, non toccatela.
Yes, right away.
Non toccatela. Quella sembra che sa tutto, boh.
That gem shines with quite the dazzling light. I hope it hasn't been...
It still looks good to me. Say, Dugier, have you ever seen a gem like this?
Never, Your Grace. Don't think I've ever been rich enough to...
I guess that's fair. We've already gone over most of the things that I wanted to talk about, so let's wrap up for the day. The Traveler also has some other plans, after all.
Va bene.
Got it, Your Grace. Take care, everyone. I'll take you to the exit. Traveler, Paimon, it was an honor. I'm sure everyone would love it if you...
Same to you.
Bella.
Paimon doesn't think we made any plans for the rest of the day. Why did you lie to him?
Well, what's your opinion of the society now that you've taken a look around their headquarters?
Un posto di brave persone.
Paimon thinks it's... Paimon doesn't remember exactly what you said, but there's only one potential problem. If the society...
But at this point in time, they're still reducing my workload by managing and I wanted to see just how much they've managed to accomplish. I arranged for a meeting out of curiosity, but then I noticed some faint hints of dissonance.
Che hai scoperto?
Dissonance?
I'm sure the Traveler has sensed it too. As expected, you also picked up. The whole truth is a bit complicated, so I'll explain everything to you. I had hoped to take care of it in secret, but now conference... Why don't you take this opportunity to check back on the gathering place? Just if my hypothesis is correct, Dugier should already have left. And with his watchful eye removed, you may well get a very different reception from the members.
Vediamo.
Can't you just...
I'm just following the most popular playbook in Fontaine. Investigate. It's been so long since I got to watch a performance at Opera Epiclese that I've even begun to miss it. I'll explain everything to you later. Find out what you can from them now.
Va bene, capo. Ops. Ma dove sono i ragazzi? Eccoli. Guardate che è tutto strano, sono andati tutti via.
It's just as Wriothesley said. You said you felt there was something off. Paimon will do her best to help.
Wait, you guys are...
Che c'hai? Che problemi hai?
We're really sorry. We just realized that we...
Oh, okay.
Nobody? It's okay. There's no need to be nervous. It's not like we'll just look for it ourselves if none of you caught a glimpse of it.
I'll go find Mr. Dugier.
No need. We're just looking for something. Why does he have to know? We can look around for it, yeah?
Ma che hanno? Raga. Stanno tutti preoccupati.
Are you still organizing the bookshelf?
Yeah, and...
We weren't thinking about that to begin with, but...
Sorry.
Posto.
Hey, hello?
Ma che c'hanno?
Hello? How can I help you? The Beret Society offers a variety of resources and benefits to its members, and,
You don't know...
sorry, that's not what I meant. It's just...
Raga. Ma che succede?
Hey!
What do you want?
Isn't this how you greeted us earlier? Take it...
Oh, yeah, that's right. You sure? I ate something earlier, so I'm falling in. You're looking for something, you said? I did.
Okay, Paimon sees what you meant now.
Sono mezzi drogati, War Turtle, devi fare qualcosa. La cocaina è entrata a forte meropide. Corri.
Oh, you're back. How were things at their headquarters?
Malissimo.
It was as if they had all turned into complete...
That would prove the dissonance I mentioned earlier was precisely that fleeting moment of fear behind the cheerful facade.
Right. He was acting super scared. Actually, hasn't he just been acting super paranoid since we first met?
And that's precisely why I took his hat.
Oh, so the one... It was you all along!
It's because I wanted to figure out what's... I don't believe any of Dugier's talk about unstable mental states. Not too long. Dugier made very elaborate preparations for my visit. But I don't know.
Okay, but if you think something's wrong, why aren't you Duke. You can do whatever you want.
Well, maybe you're actually a better fit for the position than I am. Just give me the word and I'll hand you the cuffs. In all seriousness, however, cuffs and the like should be used sparingly. Everything I do is on display. The way people see me act determines the kind of world I can create down, and I've always striven to appear fair and reasonable to the people.
That sounds a bit deep. Paimon's not sure.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. I have to lead by example if I want to maintain and that's why even though Dugier had already let a few things slip, I didn't want to turn on him without...
Alright, so you're saying Dugier has figured out, and even though the members are acting all optimistic and motivated...
Indeed. He certainly seems to be using some coercive methods to turn his member... I have some faith, though, that some of the members understood the hint I gave. The line has been set, and it's quite likely that a fish...
Fish? Bite?
Let's give them some time. My guards will need it to finish their investigation. You can find me in my office when the time comes.
Ok.
Hey, don't just leave before you've
Attendi che faccia notte. Va bene. Come percepiamo cos'è notte qui? Vabbè, non è proprio notte. Non cambia nulla nelle luci, come vedete.
It's finally evening. Wriothesley's probably wrapped up his investigation. Paimon has no idea what that guy's thinking. Let's just go find him and ask him what he's really up to.
Va bene. Ciao, Wack. Allora, sopra. Hello?
Oh, here you are. Did you manage to land a lucky pull on the welfare meals tonight?
Ma non c'è neanche una sedia per gli ospiti.
Let's just get straight to the point, has it?
Patience, Paimon. Even as the situation continues to brew, we still need to make sense. I'm actually still thinking about the first thing that came to my mind when I noticed something amiss. Namely, why didn't anyone come to me about it?
Oh, that's a good point.
But even if such a thing existed, how could they be so sure with that? It'd be one thing if it was just one or two people, but it seems like... Which leads me to believe that it's more likely that they think I just wouldn't care to help them.
Poverino.
Yes, something like that. Dugier must have told them, so it became imperative for me to refute that and prove my true stance. Of course, I had originally planned to do this in a more covert way.
È stato messo in
I had to
cattivissima
improvise when
luce.
you identified the guy who'd lost his hat with everyone present.
Okay.
There was no way to keep our investigation a secret after that.
That makes sense. Wait, then does that mean it was all...
The last thing that guy wanted was for Dugier to find out that he'd lost it. He would have never brought the matter up on his own. But now, not only has Dugier found out that he'd lost his hat, he's also realized that we were the ones who found it. That likely set his internal alarms off all at once. Yes, that's the conclusion I came to as well. It's the only thing that could explain the fear. If we didn't act right then and there, Dugier would probably come up with some other way to hide the truth and we'd be back to square one. So after giving the matter some thought, I tossed that black gem onto the ground.
Uh-huh.
I must say, I was pretty...
so you did that on...
Yes, that's right. Of course, that box was discovered as part of our investigation of the Society from the very beginning. I had no way to know if any of the members had actually seen the gem before, but since I had to do something, I decided to gamble. Right. And I said back there that I had no idea what the gem represented. That should have been enough to let people... And since I was traveling with you, heroes who have never turned a blind eye to evil and injustice, they would also understand that we're here to help, rather than to tolerate or uphold the status quo.
You used us as a part of your plan, too!
My apologies. There was no time and quite a lot to explain, so I figured it might be easier to just let you see a few things for yourselves.
Bene.
But I can assure you that I've now told you everything there is to know. Of course, you're under no obligation, but I would really appreciate it if you could continue to lend me your support. Would you be willing to lend me your...
But Paimon's still mad at you!
You have my thanks. Now, there are still two outstanding matters in our investigation. I've examined one before. The other is the true purpose of the black gem. We haven't been able... It's my hope that a brave fish will take my bait and venture out. I'll put some music on while we wait.
Che metti? Noi seduti. Buonanotte.
Excuse me, Your Grace, but may I come in? I'm afraid that someone's been following me.
Una donna.
Please, do.
Inquadratura.
I apologize for my lack of composure. These two are the guests that came with you to our... Yes, my lover Fasol told me all about you.
Fasol è il
help us, Your
marito?
Grace. He's in great danger right now.
Slow down, take a deep breath, and start from the top. What happened?
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I will try.
You mean when we saw him at the gathering?
Yes, he fled immediately. But thankfully, he still managed to meet up with... Now that he's lost Dugier's trust, what awaits him is agonizing.
Censure?
Censure is Dugier's method of establishing control, as well as the thing we... Rather than listening to me explain what it is, Your Grace. Every secret may be found within...
Here you are. I was wondering where you had run off to in such a hurry. Please excuse us, Your Grace. It was never our intention to disturb you like this. You
Tocca menarlo a questo.
Avisa's mental state has been rather unstable ever since you arrived. She rambles often, has hallucinations. It may be best to dismiss her babbling as random gibberish.
Un cazzotto nel muso a te invece, tipo?
I don't recall hearing a knock or giving permission for you to come in.
E uno.
Oh, my apologies. I merely did not wish for Your Grace to be alarmed. Had I not been so focused on recovering her, I would have followed all the rules of etiquette to the letter. So please, forgive my discourtesy.
Like we'd believe you.
Please, there's no need to be upset. It's only natural to want to side with
Di
the
una
poor
giovane
sick girl,
povera e
but I know
malata.
His Grace to be a reasonable man.
Well then, what if the reasonable man wants to hear the lunatic out?
That would be perfectly fine with me. Oh, and just so you know, we've also found the missing Mr. Fasol. I had no idea why he was so upset about losing his hat, really.
Chiaramente qui gli sta dicendo se parli è morto.
Thankfully, he has already returned to his senses.
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I don't have anything more to say.
Tac.
This is what you're afraid of, correct? You can tell me everything. I'll do all I can for you.
I've never seen that thing in my life.
Your Grace, I don't think there's anything else she would like to say.
Ma lo chiudi nello stanzino, lo portiamo lì all'arca, lo mettiamo in un sacco.
It's all right, Avise. As long as you tell me what it is that you're terrified of. No matter what it is, it will no longer be able to hurt you.
Your Grace, forget it. I'll keep my mouth shut.
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but I really don't have any...
But what?
In that case, Avise and I will be off. Once again, please accept...
Miss Avise, please show me your head. That is an order.
In che senso? C'hai i pidocchi?
There's nothing there.
Your Grace, I know you have long tired of my words, but please believe me when I say you've merely let your worries get to your head. The Society has never caused trouble for you or any of the guards at the fortress. Why are you doing everything in your power to prove our guilt? What's wrong with the current state of affairs?
Ma vedi tu, stanno tutti intrippati.
I'll do anything for you, as long as you give me the word. Why are you so intent on getting rid of someone who's been unfalteringly loyal?
Un folle questo. Questo raga è un pazzo.
Your words bore me. You know the consequences if I find you to be lying.
Non vediamo l'ora.
Everything that I do for the fortress of Meripede. But your Grace is welcome to visit us anytime to... All right, Avise. Let's head back.
Avis.
Just what's up with that guy? He makes pie. We should have shown him his place.
Sooner or later, all will pay the price for their arrogance.
Bene.
Oh, he must have been well prepared for this exact scenario, or he wouldn't have dared to be so openly hostile. All the more reason for us to be patient.
Già.
The entire society are his hostages. His subordinates would definitely react, and that's why he dared to bare his fangs right in front of me. The true secret of the society is neither on the hat nor on the members' heads. Dugier probably knew this from the very beginning, which is why he didn't panic. However, if we were to look at the rules, it would also seem like...
Yeah, none of this makes sense to Paimon.
Allora. La testa di Avis.
If there's nothing on her head, why did Avis... From the way Dugier acted, he must have known from...
Sì.
The hats are definitely being used to hide a secret.
I have an idea, but...
Huh? What is it? Tell Paimon about it!
You mean this thing? So, she handed a key piece of evidence over to us without Dugier noticing. That would mean that Avis didn't stay silent out of fear. She stayed silent because she'd already given us what we needed.
E che c'è scritto nel fiocco? Aiutami.
Let me take a look.
Il fermacapelli, insomma, quello che è. Fermaglio, sì.
I managed to remove this from the hair clip. It's long, slender, and conical. It's hollow on the inside, and looks something like a cross between a nail and a thorn.
E incredibilmente non sta parlando del suo cazzo.
Paimon's lost again.
Let's see. What if we do this?
C'è il trick.
Hey, what are you doing? Wait. Some kind of dark liquid is leaking out of the gem.
Yeah. Ma che è sta pece nera, oh?
And some of it has been absorbed by this thorny-looking thing.
Quindi lui tipo infonde con un siringhetto la fonte di tristezza nei cappellini?
You've probably heard before that water is filled with the strongest emotions of humanity.
Uh-huh.
With that in mind, this liquid is probably a highly concentrated solution of fear.
Acqua di paura si chiama.
Oh, so that's
Dopo acqua di Gio c'è acqua di paura.
unpleasant things.
Dugier would be able to censure others. I can only imagine how it would feel to have this directly injected into your brain.
Ma è un pazzo.
The moment it hits you would be like being flooded with all the agony, desolation, and an overwhelming sense of despair. No one...
So, was the hat meant to...
That might not even be all.
Mamma mia.
Let's go get them right away. We can't let Dugier escape with all of the evidence.
Raga, li aveva tutti insiringati, poverini. Le siringate in testa gli ha dato, oh, ma è una cosa gravissima. Io l'avevo detto che comunque... Oh, madonna.
Your Grace, we have taken the Society members into custody.
Bene.
They all tried to flee just a little while ago, as if they had received some kind of order. We decided to forestall their plan, and we're just about to send the word when...
Great work, everyone.
You had prepared for something like this?
I had them stay here to keep an eye on things, so I'm glad that my intuition to perform a thorough search of the Society's headquarters and bring all...
Understood, Your Grace.
Now, let's check on them. As expected, they all have a hollow thorn inserted into a...
Paimon's glad her eyesight isn't so good that she can see it from here. Paimon's gonna float away for a bit.
They probably left it there as a lasting reminder of Dugier's censure. These people must have had to endure an unimaginable amount of pain.
Poverini.
Let's go check out the other.
Ma perché lo
areas,
fa
too.
sto tizio? Quindi in realtà nessuno fa. È carino.
This is a book that Paimon found in a box next to the bookshelf. Its contents are exactly the same as this book on the shelf. The colors of the covers are completely different though, and the names of the authors also don't match up.
Raga, è come quando fingete di studiare.
Yeah, and they dared to claim that they wrote these too. Huh.
Hanno messo i libri fake.
Look at what I found.
La telecamera.
This is a surveillance port. With this, Dugier would be able... So even if Dugier's not there in person, he'll still always have eyes on them. Indeed. It's easy to become lost in... And if any action you take may be deemed a mistake, Dugier has already tamed them to his...
E mo?
Your Grace, Your Grace!
What's the matter?
We couldn't find any society members in the other areas. It also seems like none of the equipment in those rooms were ever used. All the lime scale, the layers of dust, they were all deliberately added.
Come fai ad aggiungere deliberatamente degli strati di polvere?
We also investigated the members' residences and weren't able to find anything. Their neighbors all say that they haven't returned home for ages.
Madonna.
Oh.
They're gone? That could only mean...
Indeed. As long as he allowed society members to mingle with others, even with threats of censure, Dugier knew that he couldn't stop all of his members from speaking out.
Sì, mi piaceva che era carina perché faceva tipo, ehi, sono qui con la manina.
Meanwhile, this marvelous gathering place will lose all of its value as soon as a whistleblower sounds the alarm. So instead of being his real base, this is just an elaborate performance. The rest areas, the fancy equipment, even the members that we saw, they were merely part of the front. And only the most docile and well-trained members were selected as his performers.
Sono i membri più docili e ben addestrati erano selezionati come i suoi attori.
Where can we actually find him?
Dove li avrà nascosti?
Let me think. Dugier must be holding all the rest of his members in another place. And if the he must be in Dugier's pocket.
Andiamo a cercarlo. Raggiungi l'area di produzione. E qui avrò bisogno di uno skips. E credo posso fare già così, mi sa. Ah, guarda che forti.
Did that person flee here?
That's the most likely scenario to me. He's probably already caught wind of... Let's keep heading down. There are some abandoned areas in there. We should be on the right track. Let's go. We can take this path.
Andiamo, dai. Ora va più veloce, prima andava piano. Niente. Ok.
Look! There's a fallen guard over there! Paimon sees some society members too!
Hai visto?
After them!
It's Wriothesley! Run!
Madonna quanto vanno piano. Via, presi.
Did Dugier send you? Why did you...
Come on! It's time to talk!
I will take your cooperation into consideration when it comes time to hand out
Aia,
sentences.
aia, aia.
Mr. Dugier, he didn't want this guy to expose our... We were just about to dispose of him when you caught up to us.
So, in other words, your headquarters should be this way.
Yes, it's just down this way. You'll make it there once you see...
Guards, take them away.
Let's go.
Let's go. It's about time that we find out what Dugier's really after.
Andiamo a vedere. Ci siamo mai venuti qui? Non me lo ricordo. Vedi, le stai parlando di Fluri Omicidi, questo è pure fatto. Sì, sì, infatti, cioè... Vediamo. Ah, qua è chiuso, PD. Ah, e questo è il classico. Il regno. Raga, siete pronti? Stiamo per entrare in un regno. PD. Ciao, Asso. Ciao, Marti. Sto bene. Tu come stai?
There's so much space down here.
C'è così tanto spazio qua giù.
Yeah, these are all former work areas. There are usually guards on patrol here. Stay sharp. He's got a ton...
Ora abbiamo anche lui. Esatto. Guardate come ciuccia l'attacco caricato però, eh? Avete visto? Mamma mia. Aspettate che magari qua troviamo della bella roba, delle gas. Aspettate, siccome non ci puoi più tornare qui, sfruttiamo questi momenti. Siamo man. Per esempio magari qui. Oh, raga, ma questo è utilissimo. Madò, che è in confronto la merda praticamente. Che è qui perché siamo in discesa. A posto, raga, cioè non avete più bisogno di Ayaka dopo sta cosa. Guarda qua. Questo va dritto per dritto nell'acqua. Guarda. Senza stamina consuming. Non mi posso arrampicare perché è un dungeon, beh. Raga, siamo nel regno, eh. Eccola lì una cassa comunque. Però che strano che non ce n'era una prima, eh. Molto strano. Non è un po' strano? Non è un po' tanto strano? Però, boh, non l'abbiamo trovato. Eccoci qua.
The night is cold. Stars, shine for me. I'm going in.
Sì, ma non togli un cazzo, cioè. Facciamo prima così, mi sa, eh. Ok.
Hey, are you okay?
You're safe now. Just follow the guards and leave this place.
Via.
Who knew that there'd be Gardamex here? Duji...
And that would explain the strange decommission requests I received, as well as account for all... Seems like he's prepared for an...
Hey, what's this?
Un libro.
Seems like some kind of handbook. Ah, this should be the society's members are not permitted to speak to each other or to leave without formal. 5 members shall form a group, and the whole group will be punished. Anyone who reports a fellow member's misbehavior shall be rewarded with food. I see.
But that's just...
To obtain food and water, prisoners are forced to snitch on others. To avoid punishment, they learn to stop talking with one another.
Sono pazzi, sono pazzi.
This leaves the wounds they've already received to fester, however. And so resentment builds, until every prisoner has become an
Il duolo
island.
ammetterlo, ma di danno è peggio di noi. Vabbè, era ovvio. Penso, cioè, comunque anche... Vabbè, loristicamente non è necessario che sia così, perché ci stanno personaggi che menano come i fabbri, pur non essendo importantissimi. Però cioè, me lo aspettavo che sarebbe stato un personaggio for fanatic solly, questo in realtà. Ma vabbè, non c'è nulla di male,
accept their fate as Dugier's slaves.
Che cazzo fai, man?
Do you remember what happened to Paimon? She's usually all for tasty snacks, but she chose to go against her instincts after
Vabbè,
a
questo si è
negative
fatto gli
experience.
schiavi, insomma, ok. Quindi?
Is that the best example you could come up with? Anyway, Paimon...
No, your decision was valid. However, it's also valid to interpret the human heart is like a raft in a vast and empty ocean. We convince ourselves that we're in control, but in truth, a single way, those who use fear to lead others astray must pay for that crime.
Cazzato? Hai visto cade? Incredibile, eh? Cassa, non dimentichiamo mai le casse. No primo, ok. Scusate che al 5 non sono abituato ad arrivarci. Cosa fa sto lupetto? Ma dai, PD, avevamo detto che camminavi sull'acqua, ce l'avevamo promessi. Ma no, Wartortle, l'avevi promesso che camminavi sull'acqua, PD. Tra l'altro non abbiamo stamina, ma non possiamo affondare. Io sto angelo non lo so come l'hanno fatto, veramente. Oh. Fai sto coso. Oh, PT. Ecco. Congelato. Guardate che è estremamente utile, vedete? Vai avanti così all'infinito. Cioè, lui ti ha risolto la vita, altro che Ayaka. Quanto comodo proprio. È uno dei personaggi più comodi del mondo. Mamma mia. E io? Bello tra l'altro sto drone arma. Ok. Stavo guardando se c'erano casse, ma non mi parese. E se lì magari. Però non possiamo. Boh. Sa che non possiamo arrampicarci. No. Dunque. È Frozen, sì, è come Elsa. PD. Sì, in realtà è simpatico per l'esplorazione. Ci starebbe avercelo, però, raga, non c'ho, cioè, ancora non caco i soldi, quindi se non ero lo spazio più avanti dovrebbe essere l'area centrale di questo posto, ma la porta è sigillata. È molto importante, sicuramente, certo. Queste divise, raga, comunque un po' ricordano, certi momenti della storia umana. Guarda qua che bordello.
Open the door. Would we have to do something to this mechanism here? Paimon doesn't get it at all. Forget it. Paimon's just gonna do some
Va bene. Azione il dispositivo davanti a te. Ruota il dispositivo per illuminare i dispositivi rossi sui muri. Vorrei dire che ho capito, ma non ho capito, quindi andremo a tentativi.
Is it because we touched this thing?
Perfetto.
Let's go.
Gioco di specchi vinto. Controlliamo se non ci sono cassettine. Le cassettine, ok. E io? Guarda un po', vedi? Visto, Serp, sono bravo. PD. Vabbè, posso scendere diretto, sto facendo solo il figo. Eccoci Oh, ma ci sono i guys. Aspetta. Boh, vabbè. Troppo lento, mamma mia. È bello, però è troppo lento. Non posso vedere i nemici che non riesco a ammazzarli, dai, su. C'ho un catino. Guardate che pustazzo, ragazzi. Ma poi sti particellari?
The wind rises.
Guarda chi c'è. Ma vi rendete conto? Vediamolo comunque lui, dai. Sentite che si sente il suonino delle manette che strusciano? È impercettibile, si sente appena. Ok. Queste scale un po' così. E qua un'altra grande sala degli specchi dello sgumendo. Andiamo a vedere.
It's so high. We're not gonna have to
Vediamo
climb
un
all the way
po'.
up, are we?
Activate the mechanism in front of us first, just like before. Let's see if that changes anything.
Allora, ruota.
Looks like there's a mechanism that's gotten stuck. It won't turn alongside the others.
Come faccio a dirgli di ruotare quell'altro?
You...
Io vorrei che ruotasse questo. Credo di aver capito, vediamo se ho capito. Sono proprio un genio. Mamma mia.
Ooh, the water level's gone way up. So that's how we'll make it to the top.
Sì. PD, quanto sale st'acqua? Mo sbattiamo contro il tubo. Oh madonna. Stiamo per fracassare la testa. Ok. Eccoci qua. Non è che c'è una cassa lì, no? Ok. Che palle. Dai, ammazzali. Oh, però dai, la ulti non è così male, eh? Ci sarà una cassettina, dai. No. Non c'è dato. Non c'è data nessuna cassa.
These should be the prison cells.
Non so se continuare a pullare niente. È un uomo inguaribile, raga. Non sa tenersi 2 soldi da parte.
Lots of empty cells in here. Dugier's probably moved them elsewhere
È malato.
already.
C'ha 10 euro in mano e si chiede subito come spenderli.
Let's still rescue the ones who got left behind, though. Every person counts.
Guardate quelli impazziti in gabbia. Si è aperta. Ah, no, che l'ha aperta lui.
Hey, it's all right now. You can leave this place.
Lei non vuole andarsene.
No, I won't try to leave anymore.
Mi piace che hanno i vestiti
I'll never
acciaccati.
try to leave again. So close to me. I don't want any trouble.
Éclencheur.
No, we're not gonna do that. Please calm down. We're not bad people.
We won't be able to get through to her right now. Not with the stress response in the way. I'd also guess there are many others here who are more or less like her. Let's let the guards take care of them for...
Vabbè, abbiamo capito che qua c'è gente molto manipolata. Cerca di aprire la porta davanti a te. Però qui c'è tutto un mondo, ragazzi, E Quando c'è tutto un mondo significa che c'è stato un mondo di casse. Guardate che ora siccome lui è me... Ma forse perché lo devi giocare l'OPS come Utah, forse per quello non performava. Lettera dimenticata. Cara Loren, mia dolcissima figlia, non ho altra scelta se non quella di salutarti in questo modo. Da quando ci siamo separati non è trascorso un solo momento in cui non abbia desiderato di poter lasciare forte Meropid. Appena possibile tornare da te. Tornare ad essere quel padre che tanto ammiravi. Potrebbe essere questa la lettera pesissima dello sgumendo, eh? Però non mi ricordo il nome del tizio, intendo, del trailer. Però non mi ricordo assolutamente come si chiamava. Forse sono l'unico a credere ingenuamente che i peccatori vengano perdonati. Nel momento in cui viene emessa una sentenza, il condannato è già morto. Ne resta soltanto un involucro di carne che deve fare ammenda. Nessuno mostra compassione per la carne, poiché è sporca e senza valore. Non fare le scelte sbagliate, Loren. Non commettere crimini. Vivi una vita meravigliosa. Ragazzi, non drogatevi. Fai del tuo meglio per diventare migliore. Cerca di accogliere tutte le cose luminose di questo mondo, ovviamente trovando i 5 stelle, possibilmente dandoci un sacco di soldi, e non lasciarti rimorsi alle spalle come ho fatto io. Vedi, Serp, mai lasciarsi rimorsi alle spalle. Via, tutte le primo via. Non cercare di parlare in mio favore. Non puoi fidarti di nessuno qui. Sono tutti mostri, con volti umani, senza il minimo briciolo di decenza, costantemente affamati, oltre ogni misura. Stai molto, molto lontano da questo posto. Non importa cosa pensi di un padre come me. Voglio comunque che tu sappia che vorrei poterti vedere e che ti voglio molto bene. È un pustazzo. È un pustazzo. In effetti. Qui è un po' tipo se Forte Meropid fosse un vero carcere molto peso. Guardate le persone. Aspetta, aiutiamolo. Bello però quando sei così rosso, eh? Fa molto figo quest'aura di morte che hai attorno. Un po' di morte, insomma. Lettera? Dialogo a Brandelli. Ho così fame, dammi qualcosa da mangiare, ti scongiuro. Non ti azzardare a passarmi un biglietto, stai cercando di farci uccidere? Prego, ho tanta fame, tanta fame. Se continui così ti farò un rapporto. È quasi ora dell'ispezione, mettiti in ordine. Che fame. Segue una ripetizione costante, la scrittura diventa sempre più indistinta e incapace di comunicare qualcosa di utile. La metà inferiore del biglietto è seriamente danneggiata e macchiata dall'impronta di una scarpa. Sembra che chiunque l'abbia scritto sia stato portato via. È peso. Aiutino? Aspetta. Ce l'ho io la cura, aspetta. Se ce la faccio. 3, 2, 1. Smash! È guarita. Ok, qua. Sempre tutte robe, ma... sa che niente casse. Questa sta bene. Ok, o questo. Quella persona sta bene comunque. Ok. Abbiamo capito tutto. Benissimo. Boh, non capisco se è molto facile o sono arrivato prima degli altri alla soluzione. Sono particolarmente intelligente, ma non credo. Ah, ma lì però c'è un segretino. Mercoledì c'era una cosa da cliccare lì.
I leave this area to you.
Understood. And please take care as well.
Just focus. Let's go back. We have that mechanism from the first room. Maybe we'll also need to... Don't forget to bring these along.
Ok. Allora.
There seems to be some...
This is a surveillance terminal. The information... I'm sure Dugier really enjoyed sitting here and...
Oh, damn it! There seems to be...
This is a surveillance... I'm sure
Ripete il dialogo, che strano. Ok. Va bene. Ora qui siamo tornati al centro, no? Giusto? Esattamente, sì. ora il nostro compito sarebbe quello di aprire tipo qua, credo. Sì. Dunque dobbiamo fare una gran cosa che è lì girarlo, per cui dobbiamo tipo qui fermare. Qua giriamo invece. Poi qui fermiamo. Non posso? Oh noes. Oh noes. Credevo di poter fermare, raga. Posso installare solo un limitatore alla volta. Brutta storia. È una bruttissima storia. Molto brutta. Oh no. Aspetta, aspetta. Devo prenderli da di là, forse, aspetta. Vediamo. Forse, vediamo.
The wind rises.
Allora. Sì. Ok. Danet. Giusto. E abbiamo fatto. Proceda diverso l'area più interna. È ciò che si merita, si chiama questa missione. Attenzione. Guardate che roba. Molto Bloodborne ste gabbie così. Molto incubo di Mensis di Bloodborne. Madonna, raga, è una gang.
I must confess to being furious. To think, remember their names. Fasal and Avis. And today you will see with your own eyes what'll happen to those who betray our cause.
Che succede?
Go on, Avis. Pierce his skull with the thorn in your hands, and then push in the
L'Aqua Doloris.
Of course, you will do it one drop at a time. Let it do its magic again and again, and don't stop until you've pushed all of it in.
Thistle, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll find a way to endure.
Oh, shut your wretched mouths! When did I give you permission?
Noi saremmo arrivati da ore comunque.
My rules are the paramount law of this place. Only more pain will come to those who dare to disobey.
Bau bau.
That's enough, Dugier. Your rabid screams have been beyond nauseating.
Is that His Grace?
Oh, Risley. I knew you would come. Must you still refuse to let me be? Did I not spell everything out for you already? What's so blasphemous about sharing a slice of the cake with me when you've already got the entire fortress at your feet?
Questo voleva fare il piccolo dittatore dentro la prigione.
It would seem that you can't see the difference between sharing and looting. And on top of that,
guarda come Nellumi dice, andate via.
Look at your people. Are they not starving as you wolf down your cake?
You. Stop acting all high and mighty like some hero of justice! Have you forgotten? Nobody in this blasted fortress is innocent! We are all irredeemable monsters who have destroyed something that others held dear.
Vabbè, dai.
What's so wrong about punishing those who deserve to be punished? It's what? And please, are you really gonna tell me that you care about their lives and well-being when you just need a supply of labor to keep this place running? Is it that all you need to keep your cushy life?
È stato umiliato.
Sadly, you're wrong on both counts. Unlike you, I've never seen them as currency. The fortress is not only a place for confinement, but also a place for rebirth.
È bellissimo che vanno via perché glielo dicono loro, sì.
Just as people are free to give in to the darkness within their hearts, they are also free to seek redemption and a new beginning. Our bodies have limits, but our spirits will always remain free. They may have made mistakes, but they are still human beings with people and things that they cherish. And most importantly, they should always retain the freedom to choose their own path once they've reflected on their past misdeeds. But you're destroying their spirits with fear, taking their freedom away so that they'll become slaves who will never again feel or think. And you say that's what they've always deserved? You are nothing compared to them.
He's really mad.
You think me arrogant, Wriothesley? Well, I think you're too young and naive. You understand nothing of this world. Nobody actually sees this fortress as any kind of just a wonderful place. See it for what it is. A dumping ground of pain and misery, irredeemable now and irredeemable forever. No prisoner will listen to you out of gratitude of their hearts. The whip is the only way to make them obey. Had you been just one step slower, I would have already taken control of all the garden mechs in this place. Your vision gives you strength. But how long will it hold against these powerful constructs?
E li spacca tutti in faccia.
You talk big, but in the end, you know nothing outside of power and control. In that case, let me give you a small taste of what real power looks like.
Però sei scarso, quindi è meglio che non lo facciamo con te.
Teamwork is true. Truth repeats its course. The night is cold.
Squall Fury.
Sai? Eccoci. Non era così duro, eh? Un po' western questa scelta musicale.
Well then, terrify me. Don't high road me. You're just another crook. And it's time you got treated like one.
Vabbè.
What's the matter? Too scared to shoot straight?
I'm warning you. Unauthorized punishment and torture are prohibited here. As the Duke, you should set an example.
Funny how that slipped my mind. Well, from this
Strano, mi era sfuggita di
mente. Forget
mente.
about that rule. The rules of the fortress are there to keep the likes of you in check. But if the Duke wants somebody
Grazie,
dead,
Flavix.
he needs no justification. Understood.
Madonna, massacrato. Qua proprio veramente il filmato da ciolla a terra comunque.
10 messi con l'elimo nazionale.
E niente più società dei berretti. Niente più illuminati all'interno della fortezza.
Sorry for taking so long. Did I keep you waiting?
Però non ci ha detto niente, non ci ha detto molto su di lui. Sarebbe bello se... Sì, vabbè, le descrizioni dopo se prendi il PG, però...
No, not at all. Paimon didn't know you were so considerate.
Hai visto?
If you ask me, I'd say I actually feel very helpless. I could comfort and compensate them all I want, but it might still not be enough.
Sarebbe stato bello
to repair the damage that has
giocarlo
been
con la
done.
voce di Erwin, mettendolo in giapponese, un po' rosico.
I have to take responsibility for it, as does the fortress.
Allora...
Yeah, it's the least that we could do.
So, do you have a plan for how you're gonna deal with him yet?
Oh, Dugier? I've already got an idea. For now, I think I'll do nothing.
Huh?
I think it's a very fitting punishment for him to have to imagine the sorts of punishments that will soon be coming his way. He'll be left in the dark with regards to both the dates. Of course, that's not to say that I'll be letting him off scot-free. I'm going to talk to the members of the society. He'll get a chance to experience everything that he's ever inflicted on them.
Ma che stronzo!
Paimon didn't know you could also be so harsh. Looks like she should watch her tongue when she's around you in the future.
Why do you think I'd do that kind of thing to you? You offend me, Paimon. Anyway, jokes aside, thank you so much. How about this? I'll treat you to a meal in 2 days at the coupon cafeteria.
No.
Don't worry, it won't be the same old welfare meal. I'll make...
Oh, then you've got...
Non mi dire che è finita così. Oh no, ok, meno male. Attendi le 11:13 di... Ok, madonna. Oh, ma mangiano presto sti detenuti. Comunque. Va bene. Tecnicamente va bene così, no? Bello, dai, carino. Mi piace sempre quando mettono i filmatini fighi. Ci sta. Chiaramente super... super a suo favore. Che schiva i proiettili col collo, vabbè. Manco ci avesse l'Aki dell'osservazione. Più forte. Refettore con i coupon. Va bene, andiamo. Fine della missione. Ma è tutto buio qui. Che è successo? Ma che è successo? Ok, boh, strano. Era tutto buio. Eccolo qua. Un po' di droppate di lore.
Ah, you're here.
Paimon never forgets about meals.
Non dimentica mai un pasto.
Paimon will remind her for sure. That's now what...
I'm a little confused, actually.
Che sta mangiando, raga? Una banana al cioccolato? O 2 fichi?
Hey, not you too.
Ah, no, una bistecca con 2 fichi.
Jokes aside, I've got some good news. After taking a look, the doctors have let me, which means that everyone should be able to recover after a period of rest.
Bene.
As for their mental recoveries, most are making good progress as well.
You sure got everything taken care of.
I try my best. After all, it's my duty to take
pane.
care of everything that
Raga,
happens
il cibo è sempre enorme a Fontaine. Guardate quella lasagna lì. Perché il cibo è gigante? Perché le forchette sono giganti? Questa è una spada, non è un coltello.
Please, go ahead. Ah, that's a bit of a long story.
Huh.
I once had a similar experience. It had to do with the host family I lived with as a child.
Attenzione che arrivano, ecco, proprio quello che volevamo.
I was an orphan, adopted by a couple with a great deal of love in their hearts. I had many siblings, and we all adored each other.
Ma qui dentro la prigione?
Once we were older, Mom and Dad would turn us over to be individually adopted by families of greater means, and go on to adopt more young children.
Okay.
They were perfect parents. Or so I thought.
And then?
And then, I found out we were merely raised as livestock. Once we had reached a certain age, our parents would bring us to the market for sale.
Bene.
All children that were sold would leave the house, and nobody would know what became of them. As for those who didn't sell, they were merely disposed of.
Bene.
Did you know I once considered myself an extremely lucky child? And all of my friends, all of my siblings, I was also not the first to find out about the truth. All those who found out before me were simply added to the disposal pile. I could never shake the feeling of irony every time I juxtaposed their tragic ends against our parents' adoring smiles. Yes, like the society, my parents created a facade of joy, lied to satiate their desires, and even employed incredibly cruel methods to keep their grasp on power.
Ma esiste lo schiavismo a Teyvat?
They did all of that, but never considered how their actions would utterly ruin all the children they took under their wing. Worse, perhaps they never cared about that at all, but I did. So in the end, I killed them and set all of the remaining children free.
Sti
I was convicted
cazzi.
for my crimes and exiled to the fortress of Meripede.
Quindi lui era libero, ma allora perché hanno scelto come sfondo forte Mario P? Metti una casa a cazzo a Fontaine, madonna, non hanno voglia di far nulla sti sviluppatori, cioè, madonna.
My methods were extreme, yes.
No. Double kill, let's go.
But I was still a teenager at the time.
Sì.
I'd been betrayed by those I trusted most.
Ragazzi, cioè gli omicidi.
Moderate ways would solve the problem.
Sono ragazzi.
My doubt and helpless anger pushed me forward until I got what I deserved. It's all right. You don't have to tell me what you think. I've already committed to this path, regardless of what anyone may say about it. The least I can do is to make sure that the same tragedy will not happen.
Sorry to disturb you, everyone.
Eccoli, gli sposi. Guarda che lasagna.
Oh, it's a Vincent Fasol. Are you two feeling better yet?
It was all because you arrived in time. I managed to escape unscathed.
We came here on impulse today, because we were hoping that you'd be able to lend us a hand, Your
Che vi
Grace.
volete sposare?
Please, go on right ahead. I'll do.
It's. I'd like to be.
Ma lo dicevo per me io.
You're getting married?
Yeah, we met each other through the society and both fell into Dugier's trap. But even during our time there, we never doubted each other. We always believed that Dugier was manipulating us, trying to make us mistrust each other. And after this incident, we've come to believe that we've found the one for the rest of our lives.
Che cazzo piange?
You could say we managed to make the best out of a bad situation. He didn't abandon me, and I didn't forsake him
Scusa,
either.
caro, ma io amo di più lui. E va via.
But we're still both prisoners. And we also aren't sure if the fortress is the best place to host something so
Sposarsi in
celebratory.
galera, ma aspettate di uscire dalla prigione, no?
So we are just wondering.
You're right in that the fortress has never hosted a wedding before, but that's no reason to say no, is it? I'll help you make the arrangements. If you need anything special shipped in from...
We can't thank you enough. We are actually also planning to stay here after the conclusion of our sentences.
A posto.
Yeah, we've already made tons of special memories, and we have full confidence in the fortress's future with you.
Your trust is the highest form of praise.
Hey, loosen up a bit. Shouldn't you be the happiest man in Teyvat to hear that people would like to stay of their own free will?
Yeah, I'll always take a genuine expression of faith.
Ah, ma non lo vediamo il matrimonio, però. Ok. Continua, c'era scritto, però. C'è una parte 2? È finita così, ragazzi. È finita con un matrimonio. Abbiamo scoperto che lui è l'assassino dei genitori adottivi, che in realtà erano tipo dei trafficanti di schiavi. Praticamente. Va bene. Beh, sì, ok. Sempre un po' lunghette, ste cose. Però vabbè, dai, poteva andare peggio. Sì, poteva andare peggio. Poi mi piace quando c'è il filmatino, ti fanno provare nel dungeon il tizio. Sono un po'... Quanto ci abbiamo messo? Un'ora e mezza, forse pure di più. Un po' pese, però ok. Torniamo fuori di qui perché comunque qualcosa da fare noi lo abbiamo. Soprattutto quantomeno le daily. Poi parlare della nostra situazione riguardo altre cose. C'è anche quello sicuramente. La prima cosa qua. No, linee non facciamo in tempo oggi. Lo farò per fatti miei. Allora. Ehi. No. E quindi niente, la storia di War Turtle finisce col fatto che lui organizzerà un matrimonio in prigione. Va bene. Questi non c'erano delle persone da invitare, niente. Attenzione che qui non erano pronti. Altre cose che si sono sbloccate oggi? Non credo. Perché campo gravitazionale ovviamente ce lo sta dicendo perché dovremmo giocare a... ma non so se ho voglia però. ok. Abbiamo fatto. Qui ci sarà della roba nuova probabilmente. Prendo giusto questa roba qui e successivamente poi abbiamo questa. Quando abbiamo finito tutte le missioni. Ballata del blu sempiterno. Abbiamo capito, eh? Probabilmente si è sbloccata. No, neanche. 7 ore, ok. Tra 7 ore arrivano le nuove fasi, quindi con l'aggiornamento, con reset di stanotte. Qua non avevo preso roba perché sono tonto. Ok. Ora non ho niente da fare per 20 giorni, e meno male. Faremo qualcos'altro almeno. Vedete che fa? Che cosa faccio adesso che non ho più niente da fare per 20 giorni su Genshin? Tipo fai altro? Cioè... che schifo questo gioco, non mi fa giocare tutti i giorni. Veramente, cioè... assurdo, eh? Esatto, il qua su Overwatch. Magari io pensavo a cose più costruttive, però il senso è quello. Ci sta, anch'io in realtà questa patch sono stato veramente da quando, ragazzi? Cioè, 100, abbiamo fatto le cose, l'uvilette l'abbiamo presa. Continuerò a giocare chiaramente per le mie resine. Per forza, perché tanto bisognerà continuare a livellare da quel punto di vista, però ne faccio solo 2 e buttiamo giù il boss, quello... sapete quale, insomma. Ci tocca una visita al tizio. Qua. Ciao VFP. Ciao Simone. Sto salutando tutti, ma probabilmente Simone avrà scritto tipo 100 anni fa, poverino, e lo sto leggendo adesso. No, Wrisley non lo voglio. Si legge Wrisley, credo, no? Ah, fine. Non lo voglio. Bellino, molto figo il fatto che fai i pugni. C'ho già Yaka, I don't care. Cioè, anche prima, raga, lo stavo usando, dovevo tirare fuori Wanderer perché sennò non facevo danno. Cioè, era una roba un po' pesa. Scusa, ho sbagliato. Ho sbagliato.
Behold.
E andiamo ad affrontare il gran mostro dell'orgumento. Let's go. Eccolo qua. Vediamo se riusciamo a farlo one face. One face or another, come diceva una canzone.
The wind rises.
Beh.
Know your place.
70.000 botte. Ho fatto male, dai. 3. Che bella notizia. Ok. Allora. La situazione credo sia... che facciamo? Facciamo prima Nilou o facciamo prima Lalla? Guardate che è difficilissimo scegliere qui. Però Nilou sta in un team che praticamente ancora non esiste. PD. È un problema. Dai, facciamo prima Lalla, prendo i fiori un attimo. Quali fiori che me ne mancano una fucilata ancora? Beh, i pochi che posso li piglio. Cosa ne pensi della storia di Inquisitor? Allora, c'ho già... guarda, ci abbiamo fatto una live, tizio col tridente che ti chiami così su TikTok, non hai un nome. Devi andare sul mio canale che è DBG Live, ci ho fatto un'intera live a riguardo, è una situazione che non si può riassumere in 2 parole adesso, è pure un fatto spiacevole, quindi non ho voglia di ritirarlo fuori ogni 3x2. Vedete che di notte i fiori si aprono, perché la natura è molto magica in questo mondo. Comunque dai, va. Ho sbagliato? No. Altro dico, ho sbagliato? E abbiamo fatto il giro. Adesso andiamo qua giù. Non qua. Qua.
Fury. Too slow.
Che cazzo?
My guiding star.
The wind rises.
Lì c'è un purcelletto molto fastidioso. Ma se non sbaglio, esatto, lì c'è un fiorellino che cerchiamo. Ma che palle, è pieno di alligatori. Oh, però War Turtle ci sarebbe servito in manco poco, se ci pensate.
Quit following me. The wind rises. Behold.
Perfect. Ma che sta succedendo?
The wind rises.
Io non multi la farei. No. No. Non lo voglio proprio lui. Non mi sta antipatico, ma non è di quei personaggi che dico, vabbè, se ce l'ho nell'inventario sono contento, magari lo uso in qualche modo. Non lo uso, quindi non ci faccio niente.
The wind rises. Too slow. Behold.
Qui solitamente c'erano degli alligatori, ma non ci sono più. È molto strana sta cosa. Ok. Credo siano finite, non dovrebbero essercene più di sti cosini. Non sbaglio.
Wind rises.
too slow. Squall and Fury.
Poi è plateale che non c'è più. Ciao ciao Serp, tanto ora spegnevo anch'io. Allora, tolta questa, presa questa, qua potremmo fare delle grandissime cose, non è assolutamente il caso che noi le facciamo. Le colline di Barsom sono molto fighe, per carità. Mi sa che abbiamo dato, raga, per oggi, perché dopo tutto ciò che era da compiersi è stato come 54, 42, 43, 43, 26 PD, 19 PD. Abbiamo dei problemi, come si può ben capire. Nada. Ok, beh, 2 orette abbiamo fatto, così non è neanche una live irrecuperabile. Vi ringrazio, ci vediamo non domani, ma giovedì con Deltarune. Dopodiché venerdì è la giornata dello spareggio, perché in qualche modo si porterà un gioco, uno dei due. Uno dei due che escono lo stesso giorno e scopriremo insieme quale sarà probabilmente venerdì stesso. Però vi ricordo che quella live, quella di venerdì, è alle 15, mi raccomando, quindi ricordatevi che ci sono questo sfasamento orario, per cui alle 15 saremo in live venerdì, non alle 20. Cioè è possibile che alle 20 mi troverete in live, ma la live sarebbe cominciata da parecchio. Quindi grazie a tutti, ci vediamo quel giorno lì, cioè giovedì e poi venerdì.